Huh. What's up, guys? John here with my beautiful wife, Sharice. It's time for Sharice's Healthy Lifestyle Soapbox.
Soapbox.
So, Sharice is here always to cover some awesome, funny things or some serious things that have happened this last week. And always, we're going to talk about some different healthy things, too, if you guys want to, chip in about some therapies that you guys want to know about. But I'm sure she's going to cover one or two in this
I
as well.
definitely have two, at least.
Two therapies for sure?
Yeah, for sure.
So, I guess, we're going to long weekends, right?
Yeah,
long weekends. So,
we've had plenty of long weekends,
right?
We've
had plenty of long weekends.
Like
plenty of
long events. We've had to go somewhere, and we're there for a couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's it's one thing that we do, like the events and stuff like that. As you get older, I guess, the long weekends with friends that want to go out and party, during the weekend, I should say, is a whole different story, right? So it's just, for example, went down to Miami this weekend, so let's talk about that. Right.
Let's talk about this, because this past weekend, guys, was like definitely one for the books.
Insane.
It was insane. Definitely one for the books. Just like next level insaneness.
Yeah. Yes, insanity for sure. So, me and Sharice, like, we don't go out too much, right? Like, to like nightclubs or stuff like that. We might go out once in a great while.
Yeah.
So you might see us, after like a Titan show or an event, we'll go out and celebrate a little bit. But we don't get too crazy, and it's usually only one night that we'll do it. And, we'll usually go out maybe till 2 or 3 in the morning.
Right. And it still takes us probably about a day or so to recover.
All right. So we go out on a Saturday, usually Sunday, we're like chilling out in bed, relaxing, kind of recovering, getting ready for the week. Because, we're grinding almost every day, especially, during the weekdays. Monday through Friday is super grind.
Yep.
Especially at Titan Medical Center. And Sharice, she gets up usually early, and she's going through all these emails.
I feel like,
directing
oh my God.
And all this good stuff. So, it's a little bit more serious, during the week. But, when you go out during the weekend, and let's say this weekend.
The weekend? This is not how that happened. This was like an ongoing, thing. It was just like, hey guys, you're going to come out, right? Because, listen, it was one of our best friend's birthdays, right? So we committed and we told him, because listen, he's living in London now, right? And they've been locked up forever. Forever and ever. Their
lockdown still ain't done. They still got 4 more weeks.
And he has missed, New Year's, his other birthday. He missed John's 40th birthday. He missed all kinds of birthdays. Yep. So he's like, we are going to make up for this. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, I think I'm all right with this, right? I think I'm ready. So, he's like, I have everything set up. We're going here. We're going here. And he, pre-booked it. He prepaid for it. So it's like one of those things, if you prepay something, let's just say you prepay a table. Let's just call a table. Let's say it's $20,000 table, right? You kind of have to go at that point, right? There is no turning back after that. You're going. So he's like, all right, all I ask of you guys is to show up at everything that I've planned. So, the first time we get out there was super chill. Friday, we got to chill, work a little bit, catch us on some things. We took a flight out there.
Basically, he set up this private jet to fly out of Tampa because he was going to fly into Tampa, right?
Super dope.
We're like, okay, he set all that up. So we get on this jet. We fly down there. It was real quick to get down there because you don't have to go through the regular airports and stuff like that. No security.
That was cool, yeah.
Really getting on. It was a really nice plane. So big ups to Harshal for that because it was a really, really nice plane. Yeah. And cool. Thank you for your graciousness and generosity to take us on there, first off.
Somebody paid for something for us.
Yeah, usually we're the ones paying for everything, so it's a little bit different when somebody does pay for something.
Weird,
and I actually feel kind of weird about it myself, and I don't like that either. So I like to pay my own way, whatever it is, no matter if I had money or did not have money.
Either way,
I don't like to owe anybody.
We don't want to owe anybody anything.
And I like to pull my own weight, right?
Yes.
So we get out there, kind of relax for a couple hours, and he's like, all right, I got 11 set up. So Miami's a little bit different than Tampa or any of these other places. These guys don't start going out to like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning or something like that.
Crazy.
So, for us, like we've got a regimented schedule usually where we're going to bed, 1 o'clock, maybe 2 o'clock.
That's when we go out. Like, that's our going out night. And I'm still hurting the next day.
And then we're still getting up really early, right? So we go out and we go to dinner. We go to this place, Carbone's. Right?
Carbone's. Has anybody out there heard of this place? Because, apparently this was like the who's, and it was the who's.
New York has one, I guess. Vegas has one, and Miami has one. Well, right. I guess Vegas you can get into. It's not an issue, but this one in Miami is like...
How long was it booked out for?
I don't know. At least like 2 or 3 weeks,
Something stupid,
It was like you have to be like super somebody to get in this place. So Harshal had some pull. We've got some people down there. Big shout out to J-Rock.
Yeah, Jay.
Down in Miami. So he set up. So we got to go to dinner. And we sat at dinner for like, literally, guys, for like 2 hours.
Oh my God, the longest dinner ever.
No food yet.
Oh my God, I was starving to death.
Starving, okay? And like, it was pretty cool because like the Winklevoss twins were there, so those guys from Facebook.
Are those like the real like
right next to us? Like Michael Bay, the director, is right next to us.
That was pretty cool.
So there were some big honchos there, some big players, I guess.
They seemed like somebody,
and they did have amazing food.
The food was on point.
So the rigatoni was ridiculous. The spicy rigatoni.
Caesar salad was on point.
Caesar salad was on point.
I haven't had a Caesar salad in a hot minute. When I first met John, I did not eat any dressing on my salads whatsoever, just the lettuce, right?
Yeah.
He introduces me to Caesar salad, and I'm like, oh, Caesar salad, this is yummy. So then I eat it, and I eat it for a couple years, and now he's like, hey, we got to go on a diet. No more Caesar dressing for you. I'm like, what the hell?
It's fattening,
guys. You told me that you're the one that told me to eat it.
I'm not saying, like, every meal.
You told me to eat it. So, like, this is the first time I had Caesar dressing in, like, a hot minute. Probably, like, 4 or 5 years, right? Yep. And I'm like, oh, man, it was fire.
It was
fire.
Good. It was good. It was good. Off to 11. So, if you guys don't know what 11 is, 11's like...
Is that a hidden burger?
It's like...
Oh, my God, it's crazy.
Like a dance club. I don't want to say a strip club because it's not, but I guess
I mean, let's call it what it is, guys. And like whoever's out there that's watching, if you ever do watch my show, okay, I am always going to be super. There's like cut, dry. I'm black and white. There's no gray areas. I'm very straightforward. I'll tell you the real deal. You might not like it. If you don't like it, just keep on scrolling or just like hit the unfollow, and that's cool. You don't have to see me ever again, okay? But let's call it what it is.
Yeah.
11, okay, super dope place, right?
Yeah.
It's open 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Okay, so you never know when you go in there. You could be in there for like 6, 7, 8 hours, come out and it's like daytime. You're like, wait a minute, didn't we go in there like at midnight? Come out at like 9 a.m.? Like, what's going on, right? But you know, it's like a club / like strip club, kind of like Dollhouse for those of you Tampidians out there. Yeah. Right? It's like, a place where you can go kind of hang out. And you're not the girls aren't all over you looking for money and stuff like that.
It's not like that.
It's not like that. That's like a strip club, right? So it has like they got a DJ. They had the aerial people that go up in the air and do the little aerial thing and put on a show, which was super cool. Now this was like ridiculous, right? So we walk in and they had a big show for Harshal, right? Yep. And a big Harshal head, which was so cool. I thought it was super
Harshal heads. Yeah, big Harshal heads.
Harshal's like 4'2". I'm just kidding. That's my little brother. Yeah. But no, seriously, there was like a big Harshal head, and they brought out all these bottles and all this stuff. But the biggest thing here that I've never experienced ever in my life, right? Because I've been to plenty of strip clubs, right? And we live in the strip club capital of the United States of America.
Tampa, unfortunately.
So it just is what it is. But they bring out these 2 like briefcases.
These 2 silver briefcases come out.
And I'm like, what's I feel like such an idiot, right? So I'm like, what's it like? What's that? I'm thinking maybe they're gonna open up the thing, like the briefcase, and inside the briefcase it would have been like, I don't know, maybe like one of those special like really expensive bottles of whatever cognac, or I don't even know how to say it, whatever it's called, some kind of gross liquor I don't drink. But they open the cases and there's $10,000 in singles,
in ones,
and it's like, everybody just take a stack.
You're welcome, Kim. So they open up these briefcases and there's literally like $10,000 at once. Like, oh my God, dude. Like Harshal.
$10,000 with some singles.
Like, all right.
What am I gonna do with this money?
I don't care if you have money or don't have money. Like,
and my clutch can only hold
anyway,
so much for me to take back home.
I'm all about like conserving money and not throwing it away, right? And you know, this money, like Hartzell's just like, you know, just start throwing it. And I'm like, what do you mean to start throwing it? He's like, just start throwing it. I don't care. I'm like, you start throwing it. Like, you got the money, right? You brought this money out here. You start throwing it. Like, nah, I don't want to throw the money. What are you talking about? Are you kidding me right now? You know, it's the only thing. So all these bottles come. So there's a whole bunch of like Dom Perignon, a lot of bottles, guys.
Insane.
And then like all these bottles of tequila. Right, here's the funny thing about this: Hartzell does not drink tequila. And he got all these expensive 1942s and all these different bottles coming out.
Like, what you got all this tequila for?
Like, what's going on here? And like, you know, like I think me and Sharice drank like I drank like 4 or 5 glasses of champagne. That's it. Like I'm not. I just don't get wrecked anymore. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't like
or
getting
beyond the
messed
drugs.
Up. I don't. No drugs or anything like that.
Wasted.
So you know, I like performance enhancing drugs, PEDs. I want something that's going to benefit my body for the better, not for the worse, right? But, you know, we celebrated. We had a couple drinks and stuff like that. And we stayed there. I mean, we were still there for a long time.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
You know, and then we walk out. I think it was like...
It was so bright that I couldn't see for like 3 minutes.
I needed my shades for sure in the cab. So I was kind of upset about that.
For sure.
Yeah, so, you know, it's like... I think it was like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it was late.
And we're like, listen, it's time to go, right? It's time to go. So...
Yeah.
You know, so we're like, all right, it's time. So we go back, and the only reason that I even got to stay up that late or anything like that is because of my ECAs.
Yeah,
right.
Thank God for the ECAs.
ECA Stack Plus got me through the whole weekend. That and glutathione.
Are you kidding me? The ECAs that got me through yesterday. Work day today. Work day just now.
Saturday, you know, we wake up. They did like a day party.
Yeah,
we didn't make that one. Unfortunately,
we got chewed up for that because we didn't make it there, and the reason we didn't make it there is because we're old.
Yeah,
and I looked at John and I'm like, John. So we're supposed to it's that night we're supposed to go to what's it called? Live, right? Even though I labeled it a story on my story. Whatever. Live story, same thing, right? Anyways, but we're supposed to go to Live, and I'm like, this is gonna be pretty big, so we have to go to Live. Like have to go. Yeah. So, you know, I'm like, I gotta sleep, dude. Yeah. I gotta sleep, right? Yeah. So you know, us old people, we decided to sleep, get a little sleep, and you know, cuddle up in bed and order some Uber Eats, and you know, then we start getting ready at like what time was it? Like 6 for Komodo to go to dinner, whatever. So we went to Komodo, had an awesome dinner there.
That was a good dinner.
And you know, we're you know, we taking our ECAs, getting it through, trying to get through the
Definitely.
night. You know, go there, and we went to Live.
We went to Live.
That was crazy.
Like Cascade was there, so like he already prepaid for most of the stuff. So the first show that came out, Cascade comes on. We walked in there probably about 1 o'clock in the morning, okay? Because Cascade came out about 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
We go through the back door Live.
Yeah.
Right through the back, so we're like we're seeing like Cascade and all these guys like just chilling, getting ready to go out and do a set, which is really cool. It's definitely really cool. And then like, you know, right when it comes on, like Hartzell's like big like show is coming out, like. It was like 40K, dude. It was like ridiculous.
Oh my gosh! I've never seen anything like this in my life.
I've never seen anything like this before.
Never.
Okay.
Never.
So these bottles all come down. Like, I mean, I can't even fathom how many different bottles are there.
Yeah.
And luckily, I mean, we have a friend J Rock that's there, and he kind of runs Miami to that certain degree. And he had a whole bunch of girls with him. You know, good for them because there was a lot of liquor to drink and. We weren't going to drink it all.
We weren't drinking it all. I mean, we're not big drinkers. So, you know, I mean, Hartzell's not even a big drinker. I mean, I guess you have the minimum to meet, but, you know, either way. So, you know, you got old school Sharice inside of me, right? Old school Sharice says, hey, listen, you 1 through 10, whatever your names are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? Because I don't care if it's Maria, Kim, or whatever your names are. All I know is this is our table, so don't be pushing our people to the side to make room for your people's.
That's right.
This will be your place, and the rest of this is ours, right? Because you know you got these girls that are like coming in there, and they're like, yeah, I was invited, and I think I'm like entitled, and I'm like. You're going to scoot on over, back on over to that side. You're lucky I'm letting you sit.
That's right.
So, yeah, that was interesting.
That was definitely interesting.
Good times.
Definitely
good times.
Interesting. So
good times.
We stayed there, and then I think, what would you have
That was the night we got to meet Cascade, too.
Oh, yeah, we went and hang out.
Was cool.
We were in the booth with Cascade, so that was a really cool point, I think, of the whole
cool.
thing. So
definitely something
sitting in the DJ booth and live with Cascade, so you're right behind him, you're watching this guy just
Those of you that don't know who Cascade is, he's a house DJ. And
huge house DJ.
Yeah.
And the good thing about Cascade is he's old school, and he's 100% sober, so he's not drinking, nobody's doing anything in the booth, which is a great thing for us. And we're just watching him just work, and the crowd's just going crazy because this guy's throwing on some awesome jams. We finished up that night there, like with him, finishing it up and stuff like that.
I don't remember the rest of the weekend.
I think we went home at that point again because I think they went
back to the hotel.
They wanted to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oh, Space.
Oh, we did go to Space.
We went to Space for a little bit.
Oh, man, I walked into Space, man. You guys have no idea. Back in the day when me and John were like 12.
Yeah. When we were still in our 20s, we used to go to Space and stuff like that.
We were
dance,
dancing with Pumas on for 3 days straight.
It was,
I never, ever, ever will forget it. Best times of my life ever. And I have them in my books. I went there. Now I'm going to be 35 in July. Let me tell you something. Not only do I get there and I'm like, I feel really old, right?
And I'm 40, so you can imagine how I feel.
Right, but not only that, remember, we're walking in, right, on these people they've been partying, literally, these people have been partying all night, right? It was probably, legit, it was probably like 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
For
like
sure.
9 a.m. I'm
sure.
totally spent at this point. And Harsh was like, just stay for a little bit. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, okay, I'll stay for 15 minutes, right? But I'm looking around and I'm like, dude, I have got to sleep, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm telling you, this is not going to be good.
Yeah.
So this is on a Sunday.
Yeah, well, Sunday morning.
Sunday morning, right? Yeah. So what happened is because on every Sunday, right, I have to spend, and it usually takes me probably like 4 or 5 hours. It doesn't matter where I'm at. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. It doesn't matter what I've done or how late I've stayed up or how many hours of sleep I've gotten. I still have to do this job, right? I have to set up the office for the entire Monday, which is really complicated because I have to go through like 3 days worth of text messages, which is usually over 100 messages, and get them assigned to everybody. After doing that, I got to go through 2 sets of different kinds of emails, go through all the emails, get those assigned to everybody. Then I got to go through and make sure that we have all the labs in line, who's going to call the labs, who's going to be doing this, who's going to call paperwork, who's going to do that, write everything out. I mean, literally, it's like a 4-hour job. I swear, you guys, y'all should have seen me do this job. I got it all spread out on the bed of the hotel, and I'm literally like, I have my pen, and I'm like this on the thing. I'm like, oh. So I'm like, and I can't mess anything up, because I'm like, obviously I'm a perfectionist, but we're also in the medical field, so everything has to be done to perfection. All of my emails have to be spelled correctly. I can't be acting all stupid in the emails just because I'm tired. Okay, so it was a struggle. It was a very serious struggle. So then the next day, in the Monday.
No. So Sunday.
Well, it was
Sunday
Monday.
Morning, we left Space. We go
Monday.
home. She starts doing some of this work.
Yeah.
We sleep for a couple hours, and we get up because
there's
there's another thing that Harshal has planned, and Kiki's on the river.
Oh my God!
All right, so it's this Greek restaurant.
That's why I did all that work.
They do
that's why
they have
I did
DJs too. Like everywhere in Miami, I don't care if this is a restaurant. They turn to it's kind of like a lounge club.
It was really cool. It was a Greek place.
It was really, really cool.
Yeah.
So we got there.
It was on a Sunday though.
They've already been there for like an hour or two.
At 11 o'clock at night.
And we go there and man, we're starving. So at that point, we ordered food there, luckily, and the food was amazing at Kiki's.
So good. We were just the only people. It was so awkward too because we have this booth, right? Yeah. And nobody has any food. Yeah. Everybody's just drinking, taking shots, champagne, all this stuff, right? Yep. And me and John are standing up on the back of the booth, right? There's nowhere for us to put plates. So we put the plates of food, right? We line it up. Who in their right mind except for me because I'm hungry and I like good food.
Yeah.
But who in their right mind orders at a club, right? That's supposed to be a nightclub, right? I'm ordering like a steak, mashed potatoes, shrimp,
Greek potatoes.
There's like a whole full course meal. Lamb chops.
Man, it was good.
So we lined it up on this wire thing, like wired grass type thing, and me and John are just eating. Like we probably look really weird, like really.
I don't care.
I really don't care
I don't
either.
care.
We just made up our own rules that night, I suppose.
Well, listen, guys, it doesn't matter, right? So, part of this show is about the healthy lifestyle, right? And soapbox is another portion. But the healthy lifestyle is no matter where you're at, all right, or what you're doing, you should start, especially thinking about your body, because it's your temple, right?
Yeah.
And, if you're constantly just doing negative things to your body, if you're drinking a lot of alcohol in abundance, day after day after day, you're staying up and not getting any sleep, you're not eating properly, giving your body nutrients, your body is going to age very fast, okay? It's going to have a whole bunch of health problems. You're going to feel like garbage, all right? And it's just not a healthy lifestyle type thing. Now, it's okay to do some of these things once in a while, right?
Right.
But you got
like eating a cupcake.
You got to think about, listen, all right, I'm out and about, I'm drinking. I need to have some food, so I don't get too drunk and I it starts soaking up some of that liquor. Plus, your body needs these nutrients to keep going.
Yeah.
Especially if you're trying to put on lean muscle or you're trying to lose weight. A lot of alcohol is not going to do you good.
This is why a lot of these girls out there, these girls that go out to the clubs. I'm gonna call the girls out real quick.
All right.
Listen, back in the day, I don't know, something happened between then and now.
Yeah.
But you got the 21, 25-year-olds out there. You guys are looking kind of a little rough. I'm like, what's going on? And it's because you guys are going out every night.
Yep.
You guys are drinking, right?
Yep.
Staying up till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Then you don't even care because you're so hungry, right?
Yep.
And you're wasted. So you don't care what you eat, right? You're going to eat McDonald's.
Yep.
You're going to eat, Waffle House. You're going to eat whatever's available, you're going to eat, right? Then you're going to go to sleep. And then you're going to get up and whatever it is, maybe you might go somewhere else and do it all over again.
Yep.
And then you know what happens? It usually retains in the midsection area, right?
Yep.
And you start getting this like fatty type look in your midsection area, and it just doesn't look good. And it beats you up hard.
You become a muffin.
A little muffin.
More wrinkles faster, and then you're like, oh, I need Botox now.
Oh, here we go.
Well, this is the reason why. It's because you're doing
need some.
bad things to your body for a long, extended period of time, over and over and over.
John won't let me do it, though.
Definitely not no Botox. I don't do Botox. You don't need Botox.
I just want to look surprised all the time.
Yeah. Now, listen, some people, they need Botox. Or whatever,
I'm getting Botox one
totally
day.
Fine.
One day.
I'm not going against, aesthetics, Juvederm, fillers,
Yeah,
Botox, or
we're
anything
all
like
about
that.
that.
We're all about that too.
Me too. I want some.
But at that point, like if you're 21 years old and you're a girl, you shouldn't need these things.
Yeah.
And then if you're doing these negative things for your lifestyle, your hormones could get messed up, right, or become out of whack. I mean, there's a lot of different things that could happen. So
I'll have to show you what my lifesavers were, though.
if you are going to do these different things, plan and prepare yourself to get back in your routine. And that is making sure you're back on track with your nutritional diet, right? Taking your therapies or whatever supplementation you're doing.
The therapy, this is my therapy of the decade, okay?
ECA Sac Plus.
Not of the day and not of the week and not of the month. This is definitely, by far, my therapy of the decade. And I can say decade because we've been open almost 10 years, okay?
It was fun.
But don't be asking everybody, do not come texting in because you guys are going to text me, okay? Yeah. You're going to ask me, Charisse, what was the pink pill that you take that keeps you skinny, right? And gives you all this energy. So we have the ECA Stack Plus, right? It's got ephedrine, caffeine, aspirin, B12, and chromium. You got a high dose, which is the blue and white. This is a very, very common dose that most people get.
Yep.
This is the one y'all get because you guys all have high tolerance to caffeine out there. Me, I get the little baby pink one because there's a low dose for those of you out there that do not have a high tolerance for caffeine. Right. That's for people like, let's just say you drink a half a Red Bull and you're like super cracked out. That's something where you need the pink one,
right.
Okay? Anyone else probably needs the blue and white, right?
Most of the time. Yeah.
Most of the time, you probably need the higher dosage. But there's a low and a high, which makes it nice because you're not just, you know what you're taking. Back in the day, I would be lying to you if I told you I did not take these yellow jackets over the counter or whatever else there was back in the day. That was,
good.
I mean, whatever that purple pill was, I mean, that thing gave me heart palpitations.
Hydroxycut.
Whatever it was just not good. And you don't know what you're putting in your body, right? So at least with this, you know what you're putting in your body. It's coming from a pharmacy. You know what's inside the pill. There's no fillers or no garbage in there. It's not going to give you any heart palpitations, no jitters. You know, it's not going to give you a super crash or anything like that. But this has been my go-to, guys, for years. For years. Not only to keep me skinny, because God only knows I need to be skinny, okay? I need to be on point. This is one of the things that has helped me do that. Thank you, ECAs. But this is my lifesaver because, like, even if, let's just say you don't want to be skinny, right? And you just want energy, this is for energy. I mean, it's going to give you energy. It's going to help you focus. It's going to help you be on point. I mean, think about how many people take these. I mean, they were taking Adderall and they stopped taking Adderall in replacement and then took this.
Of course.
And, you know, it's just, these have been a lifesaver for a lot of people. I mean, I would say a good amount of the patients that are with us, they take the ECAs. And to get ECAs are easy. All right. Yep. You don't have to have any blood work for it. Yep. You do your paperwork, see the provider, go through all your medical history, bop, 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 boom, pharmacy ships to your doorstep. It's not that hard. But this is my lifesavers.
I got it. So these are definitely a great one. Another one was glutathione.
Oh, I know you.
So Sean Hussein had a question. He has a question. He says, I was on IGF-1R3, and on my second month, I started getting allergic reaction, bad red patches on my face, arms, and neck. I stopped. Just wanted to know, did I take too much, or will I be able to take it again? So with the IGF-1R3, usually you're not going to get reactions like that.
Not usually.
Now, was something else in the mix? Because a lot of times people they think it's the medication or therapy they're taking, and there was something else that maybe have caused these reactions. Okay? And now, with this, did you try a lower dose after that? Okay? So if you got a reaction on one day,
did it happen every time?
Did it happen every time?
Yeah.
Because that's like a telltale. Like if it didn't happen
every once in a blue mood, you might have ran into, maybe you ate something ironically happened on the same exact day, and it just lined up.
You could actually touch something, touch your face, and touch your arms.
It's true.
Okay.
It's true.
Dermatitis happens like that. So
yeah,
at that point, there's a lot of different things that could happen. So the next thing is did you try to take a lower dose on a different day?
Wait, does it say on my second month I started?
Yeah.
So okay, guys, real quick, just from like a medical standpoint, okay. I would say 90% of the time, okay, let's just call it 90. It really is like 99.999. But 90% of the time, if you're going to have some sort of reaction to something, right, it's going to happen usually the first time you take it.
Yep.
The first time you take it, whether it's, let's say it's amoxicillin, let's say it's IGF-1, let's say it's an ECA, let's say it's whatever it might be, right? Yep. Or let's say it's a food, whatever, because, you know, I guess over time, some people might develop some sort of allergies to things over time.
This can change.
However, usually when you take something, you're going to get, if you're going to have a reaction, you're going to have a reaction to it the very first time you take it.
Yep.
So a lot of times when somebody's been taking something for X period of time, let's say they've been taking it for a month, or they've been taking it for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, however long, sometimes a year, 2 years, and all of a sudden they have a reaction to something, you got to start asking, like, there's got to be something else going on.
Right.
Did you change your laundry detergent?
Yep.
Did something something else has to be going on that might have caused this, so you may not even realize may have caused it. So there's kind of hopefully an answer to that.
Right.
You know?
He said he was on AOD, TRT, IGF. You know, so at that point, let's look at some of these different things that you were on, take away some of them, and then restart, you know, entering
so you know
them
what's doing what.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it. So please, and obviously, Sean, you know us, call or text the line. We'll be happy to go through these things with you too, with the staff, and make sure you're taken care of and you're back on track to where you want to go. All right. So
you know you can text us.
I guess the lesson to this, or the point of this is, you know, if you're not used to doing these long weekends, and
sleep
that's
when
going
you get
out,
back for 3 days.
Make sure you're sleeping properly or getting enough sleep, because you can catch up on rest. The next thing is you know, have your proper therapies: ECA Stack Plus, glutathione, and Titan Complete.
Yep.
Definitely great ones. Definitely got me through
the big
the weekend.
one. That's
sure.
the one they give you in your IV. So if you can just take it by an injection, that's money.
Absolutely.
Not everybody has time or patience for an IV.
No, definitely not. So, and you can also get the Trimune that has glutathione, vitamin C, and zinc all in one injection too as well. So some different options out there for you guys, you know. And everybody's gonna go celebrate with some people, like their friends or whatever it may be. Once in a great while.
Yeah, we're not gonna listen. We're not gonna be those people that are gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, look at us. We don't do anything ever. All we do is just work all the time, and we don't do anything fun ever."
Sorry,
no,
guys.
I'm gonna be real. We're normal.
We're gonna live our life.
I'm sorry, we're not normal.
Okay?
I take that back. I am super not normal. But I have a life to live,
yes.
right? I want to live my life. Okay.
Yes.
I literally, guys, not for nothing. I work, and I've been working, like, I've always worked 2 jobs my whole life, okay? So, working now, that amount of time, it doesn't really faze me. But I will tell you, if I'm working 15 hours a day for 10 years, especially at Titan, and I'm still as dedicated as I am, when I do have time, I'm either going to sleep, obviously spend time with my baby boo, okay? Or I'm going to go out and have a little fun.
Right.
I mean, I think I'm entitled to that, right?
Absolutely.
You shouldn't be judged for that either. You know, you got the little judgers out there, you guys with your pens and you know, your little hats and stuff.
Yeah.
Or your little, what is that little thing? The little hammer?
Yeah, the little,
what's it called? Come on,
the
what's
gavel.
Yeah, you guys with your little gavel out there.
Yeah.
Okay? Go gavel someone else.
Yeah, you guys are the judge, all right? It is what it is. And 90% of our time, we are literally working, we are living a healthy lifestyle most of the time.
Yeah, for sure.
So at that
I just
point,
need to get back on track now.
There might be some little times here or there that you might get off the track. That could be a vacation or whatever it is, where you're just like, you know what, I'm going to eat what I want to on this vacation. I'm not going to work out. Okay, I'm just going to relax, and that's okay too, right? That's good for mental recovery too, because some people, they need that mental recovery.
I need that.
They don't have to do anything. They just want to
100%.
relax, right? And that's how you don't burn out.
You do get burned out too.
You do get burned out.
That's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
That is a real thing. You know, just
100%.
work. I mean, I'll tell you, man, I got some girls here, because, I mean, me and John, we own the business. And I'm going to have to say some girls and some boys. Yep. Okay. All right. But, you know, I got some people here, they put in some hours, hours. They treat Titan like Titan's their baby too, because Titan is their baby.
Yep.
You know, Titan is theirs just as much as it's ours.
That's right.
You know, so I mean, big ups to people in this clinic that work like that and that treat, our patients the way that they should be treated.
Our team.
But I mean, guys, it's not easy, man. Like, I'll just say it, it's not easy. I mean, I'll tell you, I am not gonna lie. Sunday night or Sunday day, because I had to do all the work that I would have done at night, right? Sunday day, having to do that, it was painful. Yeah. And then Monday, having to wake up to trying to catch up to everything that I slept through, because I didn't get up until 1 o'clock. And I warned all the girls too. I said, here's everything laid out. I told Nicole, I'm like, Nicole, everything's laid out, girl. I'm like, hold it down for me. I'm not going to be up until at least 1 o'clock, okay? Yeah. I'm like, please. I finally get up, and it was so funny, because all the girls call me as soon as they come into work, right? They all call me one by one. I get a phone call every 15 minutes by the next person walking in. So, for them not to talk to me in the morning is really weird. So when I finally do call in, they're like, you're alive? And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Shut up. Leave me alone. So, it was weird, but I feel like I'm still catching up.
Yes.
I'm hurting.
Definitely 100%.
ECAs!
Right, so we're going to answer a couple more questions on here, and then we got to go. All right, so the real Jay, what's going on, brother? All right, so I've been on glutathione for 1.5 months, 1 ml. It's kind of painful. Is it okay to do 0.5 mLs to maintain year round? Yes. You're still going to get great benefits from 100 milligrams, which is 0.5 mLs. Now, you can mix that with your Titan Complete, too, so you're not going to get the little burn sensation that you do get on there.
Also, guys, please make sure, if it is a cold item, that you let it sit out on the counter for 15 minutes. And not everybody knows that.
Yeah.
They just take it, pull it, inject it. Yeah. And injecting something that cold, it's pretty thick when it's that cold, but not letting it cool, just chill out for a minute and get to a semi-room temperature. Let it, even if it's just 10 or 15 minutes, it does help.
Mix a little bit of that in there. So even if you want to do a little bit more glutathione, Real J, all you have to do is do the insulin syringe to 80 units, or even 3/4 of 70 units, and then mix the rest with the Titan Complete in there. and then it should be a lot better of an injection for you, okay?
For sure.
All right, so the next thing you said is next month you're hoping to try Hercules. If you could talk about the benefits of that. So Hercules Potion is one of my favorite therapies.
It is his favorite.
And I'll tell you what, it's one of, or a lot of patients' favorite therapy out there.
Right, Sean?
And,
Sean knows.
The reason is because of the different things it does. So let's talk about it. Glutamine is great for recovery, right? You have arginine, L-citrulline, are precursors of nitric oxide, vasodilators. You're going to increase blood flow and vascularity. If you have veins, they're going to pop out a lot more. Plus the pump factor. So if you do like 1 or 2 sets, let's say it's bicep curls, you're going to feel like you've done almost a full workout in those 2 sets, and you're going to be pumped and ready to go, right? Also, ornithine. So ornithine is an anti-fatigue amino acid. So this means that you're going to be able to do longer, more activity, more reps, which are going to get you way better results. Lysines in there to help boost the immune system, because your body doesn't know, when you're working out, that's stress in the body, okay? Or if you're lifting a car off of you, that's stress on the body, okay? So all this stress can affect the immune system, and that's where lysine really comes into play to really boost the immune function in the body. You have NAC in there, which is going to be great for liver functions, okay? It's going to go great along with that glutathione too as well. You're going to have proline in there, which is a collagen-based amino acid for lubrication of the joint areas specifically, and taurine, which is going to help for cramping, brain function, and L-carnitine for blood flow, and a lot more, right, with that. So that's Hercules Potion and just in a little gist. And at that point, you're really going to love Hercules Potion because you can inject that and spot inject it into different muscles.
Yeah, for those of you guys that are a little advanced.
Or want to bring up, right? You can inject it in any muscle you really want.
You know what John was doing when we were out in Miami? Because he couldn't, obviously, going to try to get a workout in after being out for like 24 hours wasn't going to work out real good.
Hustle to get ready.
And it's like, hurry, right? So get ready. He would, you want to make sure you get the pump in, right? Make sure you have the aesthetic factor.
Yep.
But he would, make sure he did his biceps. He would do his triceps, and then he would do like some push-ups, old school military status up in the hotel room.
Yep.
Just do some, quick little push-ups and get a little pump in real quick. Yep. But it pumps you up, like,
real quick.
And you hold that. You hold that pretty much the rest of the night.
Hold that pump. You hold that vascularity.
It's not just like an hour.
So for me, like literally, I'd get down. I did like 100 push-ups. Now listen, if you guys are, stressed for time and stuff like that, do push-ups and sit-ups. Keep it simple, guys. Everybody thinks, I just gotta go to the gym. No, man. I'm telling you, push-ups and sit-ups are a core thing for you. They're gonna build your body up and strengthen your body in a lot of different ways. So those are things that you can do. If you can't get to a gym, you're short on time, get down there, start doing push-ups. If you can't do a whole bunch in one set, break them out into a couple different sets, knock them out, and I promise you'll feel better for sure, 100%. All right, so
for sure.
I think that's it for today. All right, so Dwayne Day said I put Hercules Potion.
You already
in
know,
the fridge
Dwayne.
The other day and just took it when I took it out. Oh, that had to hurt.
Woo!
I wouldn't do that. Don't put Hercules Potion in the fridge.
Guys, if it doesn't say refrigerate, don't put it in there.
Yeah.
Nothing is refrigerated.
What's the one above his little
except
comment
glutathione and nectar.
Is there one more?
And anything that's reconstituted.
Yes, Hercules Potion is safe with Cialis.
Into his abs.
Yes,
Woo!
yes. You can
I
take
heard about
Hercules
that one.
Potion along with sildenafil, which is Viagra, or tadalafil, which is Cialis, and you can take that, stack them together if you really want to.
I've heard about some of those guys at the gym, and they're, wearing their pants, and I'm like, I know what you took today, and it wasn't just your Hercules Potion. It wasn't just your Hercules Potion, was it now?
Yeah. And then Big Irishman said, finally got my Hercules Potion in today. It's been about 3 or 4 weeks without it, and workouts suck without it. Guys, I highly recommend Hercules Potion.
Oh, get it in.
It's definitely got to get it in for sure.
Get it
so
in.
That's definitely where it's at.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So
thank you guys for tuning in.
We appreciate you guys tuning in to another Sharice's Healthy Lifestyle Soapbox and some stories from this weekend. Also, some healthy therapies we talked about.
Easy A's, Lifesaver. They will keep you awake.
So, guys, make sure you tune in next week to our Healthy Lifestyle Soapbox with Sharice. And at that point, she'll go over all these different things. If you have questions, you can shout them out, and we'll definitely go over them.
And if you're a patient or not, you can still text the line 727-389-3220. Yep. And those of you that are on this little thingy-majig, I see all your names, and I half the time it's me writing you back.
Yep, for sure.
Hi.
Ed Gibbs, we love you, bro. I hope everything's amazing with you and your family, too.
Miss you guys.
We'll see you guys next week. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Have a good one.
Bye, guys.